Morning, guys. Whoa, I'm glowing. Look at that. If you're joining on replay, thanks so much for hopping on. And if you're joining live, well, hello. Good morning. Say good morning if you're here. So we're gonna just give peeps a couple of moments if anybody else wants to hop on, and I'm gonna chat away. I actually wanted to share a book that I'm reading with you guys this morning. And I'm sounding pretty good. I was pressing the button and thinking, I really don't know how this is gonna go. Have you ever had a moment like that? This is the move catching up to me. I hear this, so I have like swollen tonsils. It feels like. So I think talking will be experimental today. No, not bad. Not bad. Coffee helps. So this is Kate, or Solo. I'm a health coach, and wanted to talk to you guys about environment today. So in our coaching programs, we talk a lot about environment. Thank you for the hearts. What a great color that was too. We talk a lot about environment and how we can tweak it on our end to serve our purposes. And I started reading this book, and the way I came across this book was actually really interesting. I reached out to our super coach, our brain, my brain is not working yet, speaking of brain. So the person who actually puts together all of our exercise programs, and I've asked him for some advice to recommend me a book that will help me understand the way we structure our programs a little bit better. So he recommended a book that wasn't a usual choice. It wasn't a very expected choice, and I'll show you what it is. So I'm reading it right now. It's a little beat up because it came to Nicaragua with me, and it actually has, this is kind of gross, it has squashed bugs in some of the pages because it's windy season in Nicaragua right now, so there were lots and lots of mosquitoes out there. So the book is called Thinking in Systems by Donella Meadows. And the reason I say it's not the most straightforward choice is because this is not a book on fitness or health. And in fact, this is written by an author in environmental and social analysis field. So she talks about a very generic approach to pretty much anything, thinking in systems. So given that we are talking about environment today, I wanted to share, did I bring back Zika with me? What's Zika? What's Zika? Robin, you're going to have to explain that one as I pull up the quote I wanted to share with you guys. So she actually opens with this quote, and it's a quote from the Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. So if anyone has heard of the book, maybe a big fan. So it says, if a factory is torn down, but the rationality which produced it is left standing, then the rationality will simply produce another factory. If a revolution destroys a government, but the systematic patterns of thought that produce that government are left intact, then those patterns will repeat themselves. There is so much talk about the system and so little understanding. I love how this quote applies to our journey of health and fitness, right? So we're talking about the system. What that means is that if I'm going to make small tweaks to my environment in a way that are going to kind of band-aid patch a problem that I'm experiencing, if I'm not going to change the underlying assumptions and the underlying drivers that keep recreating the system, I'm just going to continue recreating the system and end up in exactly same position. So this may ring true for some of us that are kind of caught up in the yo-yo dieting, for example. The very approach, the restrict and then binge, the very approach creates the system that we're then stuck in. So after a binge, if my solution is to restrict, then all I'm doing is recreating the problem, because after a period of restriction, I almost have no choice but to binge, right? Like, so this is kind of where we start talking about how can we change the underlying drivers so we can move away from the system that is not working for us at all. So here you go, a deep message on a Monday, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. Hope I'll see you guys then, and I hope my tonsils feel better.